muscle up training until I beat the world record. Last time, day 3, we did 150. Let's go ahead and reset this back to 0. Today's goal, a measly 200. This will really be a big stepping stone towards my overall training. My goal was to get to 200 by the end of this month, and it is the end of the month. And I think I should be able to complete the 200 relatively easy. So we'll see. Right now, it's not that hot out. So looking at a pretty simplistic training day. So nothing more but to just get up there and start banging them out. My wraps up here are becoming rather worn, so I'm not sure how they'll hold up, but we'll see. Hopefully they hold up through today at least. I get nice and stretched out before I can really start hitting larger sets. Oh, I forgot to start my timer. I will go ahead and start that just to have one going. All right. So help me be able to keep track of the minutes so I know when it's time to do another set. Ideally, I want to do a set every single minute. And this will definitely be my longest training session of muscle ups by far. But I've done pull ups for over 12 hours straight. So not going to be new of just spending time on the bar. Definitely want to get properly warmed up with these muscle ups before I start doing larger sets. Don't want to rush into it too quickly, but yeah, got my sponges, my hand wrist wraps with the padding, and wraps around the bar. So I should be able to protect my hands relatively easily today. Last time we got some pretty good calluses, but nothing crazy. So I'm thinking I'm at least going to go for 2 every minute for like an hour, see how I'm feeling, and adjust based off that. I want to get it to where I'm doing 3 every minute. That way, the whole process can start to go a lot faster. But right now, I'm still in the beginning phases. It's really just a game of patience. That's all this is. For endurance challenges like this, you don't have to be the fastest, the strongest, smartest, none of that. All you have to do is be willing to endure the pain, endure the amount of time. So it's really mostly a mental game. There's so many people who are better at calisthenics than me. And the only thing that separates me from them is I'm willing to suffer for longer. Getting nice and warmed up here. We're at 8. What's up, fitness game? Good morning. Ready to conquer the day. Let's get it. Have to remember to just pace myself early on here because I don't want to burn out too early. I really gotta ease into this, get warmed up. Piper, welcome to the stream. So right now, my biggest fear is probably my hands just holding up. I think everything else has healed and adapted pretty well for this training session. But we're at 10, and yeah, feeling pretty good, feeling pretty motivated today. The goal today is 200. It's a big stepping stone in this training. Once I know I can do 200, I could literally just spam 200 as frequently as possible until my body is ready to do 1,000, until it's ready to do 2,000. So 200 is a huge stepping stone. Thank you. I appreciate it. Love all the positivity in the chat. It's really interesting. There's not that many haters or trolls so far. It's been just love from all over the world, and I love that. I am gonna flip my watch around so I can see the time a little better. Yeah, it's a nice, beautiful, cloudy day out here, so the heat shouldn't be a huge factor. Um, yeah, I think this will be a relatively easy training day, honestly. Got my Red Bull, getting some wings. Be a lot easier to do this with the ability to fly. Still getting warmed up. Feeling good though. Well, it's never too late to still do your workout. Sometimes, it is good to just have a rest day or whatever, as long as you don't make it too continually of a thing. And you don't always have to kill yourself in a workout. Sometimes you can just take it nice and easy. It's always better to do something than to do nothing. So, yeah, as long as get some steps in, move around, get your body moving and your blood flowing, that's a productive day. Gotcha. Yeah, it's crazy how much a job can really take away your time and energy from focusing on your own personal goals. It is kind of sad. There's these weird red bugs. Nice nest of them. I don't know what they are or what they're doing, but they're a little creepy. All right, that's 20. Moving along nice. No, I've never had Alani, I don't think. Is it good? It's really hard to figure out what the best energy drink is. I've always just stuck to Red Bull because I feel like it's the perfect amount of caffeine and B vitamins. But I know Red Bulls aren't one of the best as far as like overall health goes. So I've been looking to find like a really good all around energy drink that's not poison, basically. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of sugar free energy drinks out there. It's just hard to tell which ones are best for your body and which ones are like a little too much. I don't like getting like jittery and stuff. And like the C4s, those are good, but they have beta alanine in them, and that stuff makes your skin like burn. It's so weird. All right, feeling nice and warmed up. Yeah, I try to read the label too, but sometimes you just can't even tell like what certain stuff is and what's like too much of something, what's perfectly normal. I've been trying to limit my caffeine use just so I'm not so dependent on it. It sucks when you can't even like just get up and have a normal day without caffeine, but I guess it's pretty normal. Yeah, what's y'all's favorite energy drink? I'm curious to see who drinks what. And honestly, I love a nice cup of coffee, but not in the summer. It's too hot for all of that. I don't want to wake up and drink something hot when it's already hot outside. But in the winter, I love a nice cup of coffee in the morning. But the thing about coffee is you get a good bit of caffeine, but you don't get any B vitamins. I feel like the B vitamins are really what get me going the most. What flavor of Alani do you drink? What's the best flavor? That's the other thing. Half these energy drinks taste like battery acid. It's like I know that can't be good for your stomach or whatever. Thank you guys for the likes. I really appreciate it. I'm definitely getting to the point where I can just spam one over and over and over again. That's a good point, Albert. Um, yeah, I have no idea what battery acid tastes like. I have licked like the 9 volt where it shocks your tongue a little bit. So I guess that's kind of what I'm comparing it to. If you've ever licked a 9 volt, it's pretty much like that. But yeah, it's something that genuinely concerns me a little bit is like, okay, how bad are energy drinks? Like, if you just have one or two a day, but you drink them every day, how bad is that for you? It's really hard to tell. So it's something I might lower my consumption on, or it's something I might just say, whatever, I have to do it to just to keep my days productive, stay at maximum effort every day. I guess I don't have to, but it makes it so much easier. Yeah, I know people like that too. And I've done that before, drinking just so many, but I started to wonder like, okay, what does this do to your heart? What does this do to your stomach? But yeah, if you drink 4 or 5 every day, that is scary territory. Like, what the heck? Yeah, home workouts are all you really need if you want to get your physique down. Um, Push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups if you can do them. Um, just get up and move around, burn some calories. Once you start getting sore, like if you do enough push-ups to get sore, you're going to build muscle, and that muscle is going to help you burn fat while you sleep. So even resting will help you tone up your body a little bit. So I mean, you can, as long as you can get yourself sore with good form, any workout is enough to get you looking good, feeling good. But in my honest opinion, the muscle up is probably one of the best workouts in the world. It's so simple and easy to do if you train them, and it's quick, super quick. And it works your entire upper body. So some of the people that I follow on Instagram and stuff with the best physiques that I see without looking like a crazy roided up psycho, um, they do is calisthenics. So you can definitely get a great workout just working out at home. Joy. And it's a lot easier. Well, it really depends on your personality type. Some people do need to like drive and go to the gym to actually focus and lock into that mentality. But if you're someone like me, sometimes you don't have time, or you don't really want to be around a bunch of people. And when you can just walk outside and do your workout, like that's really convenient. Yeah, pretty much all I've been doing recently, Joy, is calisthenics, and I've gotten pretty good results from it. Yeah, maybe if you like kip enough, like in gymnastics, they get crazy momentum to do all the flipping and stuff. So you might be able to do it if you just do really good gymnastic form. But it was just a few months ago. I was barely able to even do one. So yeah, I mean, that's always like a good square one when someone's trying to get in shape. You really do want to just try to tone as much as possible and then work from there. It's really hard to build muscle and burn fat at the same time because either you're in a caloric deficit or you're not, and it's really hard to gain muscle when you're in a caloric deficit. So But gaining muscle will burn fat while you sleep, like I'm saying. So it's like it's hard to balance. So yeah, we're on 35, and like this hasn't even really affected me yet. I'm feeling great, just starting to get warmed up and loose. So this should be a good day. Isn't that right, Margos? Yeah. Yeah, that is where a lot of the results come from. Just proper diet, which is like I'm saying, energy drinks play into that. Like zero sugar, low calorie energy drink. At least that's a good portion. Like you can drink your calories by accident way too easily with all the sugar they put in stuff. So if you can cut out drinking your calories for the day and just get good nutritious meals, helps a lot. So does intermittent fasting. Like you shouldn't, in my opinion, you shouldn't eat breakfast until you actually start to get hungry. Once you start to feel hunger, then it's okay. But if you're eating before you're even hungry, you're kind of like you haven't even tapped into your fuel reserves. So you're in a surplus of calories, and that's over time that'll build up. But some people swear by breakfast. They swear, you got to get those, you got to basically get your machine started because it's not until you start to eat something that your metabolism kicks in and you start to burn calories, you start to feel good. That'll make you have a better workout, a more productive day. You're thinking clearer. So I see the argument for breakfast, but I don't really eat breakfast unless like I need to get enough protein because I was sore, or if I, really have like a big day ahead of me and I need to go ahead and fuel up. Otherwise, I try to wait till around noon to eat. Yeah, calisthenics, I recommend it for everyone. And you can start out just doing push-ups, doing sit-ups, and like just hanging on a bar. If you have a bar, you can literally just hang there, mess around on it, try to do a pull-up. If you can't even do pull-ups, it's still so good just to have that grip strength of being able to hang. You can also do all kinds of ab workouts while you're hanging that are really good for you. Get your core toned, stuff like that. Nice. Yeah, for me, it's really, really hard not to eat late. So I try to just sacrifice the morning because I know at night I'm gonna get hungry. And also like I have to hit my protein goals. So it's like a lot of times I'm trying to get in my last bit of protein at the end of the day because I need around 150 grams a day, especially with what I'm doing, arguably even more. Um, that's not easy to get 150 grams a day. Like you can add in some protein shakes to try and boost it, but yeah, I find it very hard to get enough protein. So I end up eating late, usually like till 10 o'clock. All right, that's 40. We are getting there to almost a fourth done. And I'm just now starting to feel loosened up. At first, my wrists were kind of bothering me, but now they feel good. I just have to pace myself, like I said. That's why it helps when you guys chime in. I can just kind of talk to you guys for a second instead of rushing to get right back on the bar. Kills the boredom, kills the monotony. But either way, it's going to get done. Yeah, being able to do one over and over again is starting to get extremely easy. So then I'll be able to increase it to two and to three to where it's not even like, it doesn't even feel like I'm doing anything. I'm trying to figure out just how wide I want my grip here because I'm going a little off the tape. That feels pretty good, about halfway. 45. Thank you guys for the likes. This is going to be a long training day, but everything is going to be accomplished sooner or later. Need to really get a better stretching routine down. Stretching is so important for long endurance training like this. And it's something I neglect constantly. Well, I have to get out of the habit of not stretching, or it's going to really end up costing me. $46. So yeah, around 50, I just start getting warmed up. So that's a good sign. Like I haven't even really tired myself at all, and I'm almost a fourth done. So the training is definitely paying off very quickly. Although it is definitely warming up out here. What's your guys' favorite workout? I'm curious to know what people love to just spam, what's easy and nonchalant. Shoebop, yes, I do remember you. You got a very unique name. How's it going, Shoebop? Yeah, I'm always down to hear how other people stretch, work out, all that stuff. Because just having good flexibility, good mobility like that makes your day feel so much better. Regardless if you're working out, regardless of what you're doing, to feel loose and like light, that's one of the best feelings in the world. All right, that's 50. So we're one fourth of the way there. Got my clicker here that I'm keeping track with. And I'm just now feeling warmed up. So that's a really good sign. Before I would do 50, and that's actually what I started with on day one. And that's what I ended with. Like 50 was all I could do. And now I'm just now getting warmed up at 50. So it just goes to show you how quickly you can increase your endurance. I feel like endurance is one of the easiest things to increase, whereas strength, like if you just want to get stronger, it takes a lot more time. Losing weight, oh my gosh, losing weight takes forever, it seems like. Because you can lose weight, you can burn fat, and then your body still has to like redistribute the fat. So just because you're burning fat doesn't mean you're going to burn it where you want to burn it. So a lot of things take time and patience, but endurance is like a literal exponential increase until you plateau or whatever. But for me, it's so nice to see progress because it's so hard to keep motivation and keep discipline when you're not seeing any progress. But for endurance training, it's quite amazing that you can increase your endurance every single workout noticeably. So I'm trying to land pretty later, shoe bop. I'll catch you later. Trying to land pretty hard so that I'm not burning too much energy dropping down. Running and walking. Yeah. Walking is the easiest and most effective way to just get your body mobile. Because you can literally just walk. You should at least walk 10,000 steps, but you could walk 20, 30,000 steps a day. And it's insane how beneficial that is for you. You can actually just walk and spend enough time on your feet and be able to jog a marathon just from spending enough time on your feet. Yeah, half marathon is on my to-do list for my summer goals, I guess you could call it. And I'm really interested to see just how challenging a half marathon is. Because I've always kind of in my mind thought, marathons aren't that impressive, but they're right there where they start to get pretty insane. Being able to keep your heart rate that high for that long is pretty insane. And the first guy who ever ran a marathon died. So if you can literally die from running that distance, it's obviously a pretty big achievement. So yeah, I'm really interested to see what my time is for a half marathon. It's probably gonna be super slow, but I just want to be able to complete it and see how it feels. But it all starts with spending time on your feet. If you're not on your feet enough, like you cannot run a half marathon. You will absolutely destroy your legs. All right, that's 55. I'm gonna go grab my water real quick. All right, got my Skyra water. Kind of water do y'all drink? That's another big question is like, what is the best brand of water? You hear about all these microplastics and chemicals and stuff. It's hard to just to know like what is a decent brand that you can trust. Because I like spring water, it just feels more natural. And this stuff says it's lava filtered with a pH of 888. Icelandic spring water. But again, I don't know. This stuff could be filled with all kinds of other stuff you don't want in your water. $57. Moving right along. I'm gonna try to get in the groove of just sticking to the time instead of just doing them randomly. Oh, nice peaceful day. 60. I think doing one at a time is going to be really beneficial for now because I can, when I go back down, I can just drop and hit the pad as hard as possible instead of conserving energy by hanging and then doing another one. So the muscle up is just from a dead hang like this up over the bar, and that's complete. So if I just drop down without using any energy to catch myself, that's conserving a lot of energy. So I could technically just spam one over and over and over again. All right, that's 65. Feeling great. Feeling like I'm just getting started. With this new dismount technique, I should be able to conserve a lot of energy. Execute order 66. My little platform there is going to take a beating from dropping down so vigorously. Seventy. 70, and I'm liking this one rep at a time just because of how easy it is to dismount. I might go back up to two in a second just to speed up the time, but no reason to fix something that isn't broken. Because I can literally just drop from there without having to catch myself. And believe it or not, catching yourself 100 times adds up. What's up, Blue Duck? How's it going today? Um, well, I just made a short on it yesterday or the day before. Um, right now I'm able to do one arm pull up with both hands, which is probably my biggest achievement. Doing a completely isolated one arm pull up is not easy. So I can do those. I can do a front lever. I'm working on getting my handstands back so I can practice handstand push ups, which I can do against the wall, but I want to be able to do them freely. Um, yeah, muscle ups, thousands of pull ups I've done in a day. And yeah, I'm more of an endurance athlete than like a super dialed in calisthenics athlete. Um, Definitely starting to get some blistering, but it's not painful yet, so that's good. Yeah, I got the front lever without even really practicing it. I just lost enough weight and have been doing so many muscle ups recently that my whole core got a lot stronger. Same with one arm pull ups. I wasn't practicing it. I was for a while there, and then I kind of just like put it aside because it's not really that beneficial. It's more so just a cool trick. Um, and so I stopped practicing it, and I was just doing muscle ups for a long time. And then all of a sudden, I could do a one arm pull up again, like really easily. I would do one right now, but I'm scared it'll take too much of my energy from my muscle ups. And it is kind of risky. You can pull a muscle doing a one arm pull up because there's so much tension on one arm. Yeah, the front lever, like that took me a little more effort than I thought it was. Cause you look at a front lever and you're like, oh, I could do that easily. No, definitely not. Definitely have to have a solid core to be able to do a front lever. 3 to 5 second straddle plank. Yeah, uh, I'll eventually go for I'm not even sure how to say it. I've only read it. The planks. I'll eventually try to master those after I'm done with all of this training. But that is something that really takes a lot of time and dedication, balance, and most of all, core strength. Like I have really good upper body strength, arms, back, chest, really strong upper body, but my core does not match it. So doing something like the planks are not easy for me. But it's something I'm definitely going to train in the future because you can't really be a calisthenics athlete if you can't even do stuff like that. But the craziest one to me is the iron cross with like the muscle up. I don't know what they're called, the loops. Being able to do the iron cross seems like it would be a lot easier, but that thing is freaking insane. It's one of the highest level calisthenics tricks you could do. So I really want to get those loops just to practice stuff like that. But again, it's all going to come down to core strength. Yeah, the rings. That's what I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. Yeah, I think the plank is probably the hardest, but the iron cross is definitely up there. So I've heard. But both of those I will train soon. I just want to get this out the way first. Put all my energy towards this because if I'm sore from other stuff, it's gonna take away my ability to train for this. So I'm putting all my eggs in one basket right now. But I figure a muscle up, like good muscle up routine, can get you so prepared for all the other calisthenics workouts because It builds a lot of upper body strength overall, well balanced. So if you can start with muscle ups and just get super freaking good at them, I feel like everything else will come relatively natural. Now, what's that? I'm intrigued now, close to impossible. I mean, I'm definitely in the lower level of calisthenics abilities. Like, I'm more so just an endurance athlete with mental fortitude. I cannot believe some of the stuff these people are doing nowadays. It does seem like it's almost impossible, but nothing is impossible if you just put in the effort every day. But yeah, what is that? What is the close to impossible skill? If you can explain it, it might be hard to explain over text. Your arms forward while body is vertical and you hold the bar like that. Like this? Yeah, that seems freaking insane. But that does seem like something that muscle ups would help towards. Not sure if anyone's done it. That's crazy. Yeah, you would need such strong shoulders and back. I mean, obviously your whole core would have to be insane. Yeah, you would have to really be strong for that. Yeah, some of the things that these calisthenics athletes can do nowadays, it is absolutely mind-boggling. I could train for years and years and years and still not even get close to some of these guys. But what I can do is sit here and suffer for hours and hours and hours and be perfectly okay with it. So that's the only edge I have. Otherwise, I'm very low tier in calisthenics. Very, very, very low tier. All right, I'll try that fitness game. I appreciate that advice, man. I always love hearing advice because I figured that's what I would get is someone telling me what I'm doing wrong, what I need to do better. So yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. Spread out my fingers and lock my shoulders. All right, I'll remember that. Yeah, grip strength is one of those things like you cannot just build it overnight. You have to really grind it out. And some people just have bigger, stronger hands. So it's like kind of genetic based too. But obviously, like anything, if you put the effort towards it, you can eventually get it. But yeah, I can't imagine that. We were just holding that, especially for more than like 1 second. That is insane. But surely there's someone who's like super high level at muscle ups that could hold it for a second. Okay, I'll try that as well, Blue. Yeah, use the wall to keep you from going too far forward, but then kick back off of it to where you're straight. That makes sense. Just to build the overall like stability. Oh, okay. Oh, you can't disconnect from the wall. Like you can't just kick off of it. Yeah, that's why I've been trying to like limit any aids that I'm using, like someone holding my legs or using the wall too much, because I am scared of developing a training scar where it's like you become too reliant on it. So doing it naturally gets a little too hard, but I'm just now getting back into handstands, so I'm excited to see how quickly I can improve. But I do feel like it is one of those things where you have to have enough strength to just hold yourself there. But maybe it's all balance because I've seen some really impressive handstands from people you would think cannot do them. My problem is I try to just use brute strength and force. Really, I should just practice technique a little more. Like muscle ups are all technique. They're really not that much required for strength. Just enough to get over the bar, obviously. But yeah, I eventually want to be able to do like the one-handed banana banana tree, I guess is what it's called. That seems like elite tier. That definitely seems like it's plank level or iron cross level. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just balance. All right, we are at 83. We're getting close to halfway there. And I'm just trying to ease my way because 200's a little scary of like, okay, I don't want to rush it too much and then end up like having to really struggle at the end. That's why I'm only doing one at a time because it's just the best way to conserve energy. These sponges are getting absolutely flatlined. But I'm definitely feeling like I could just spam one over and over and over and over again. So 85. I used to, yeah. I haven't played it in so long. They've added so much stuff to that game since I played it. Um, but it was a fun game. I grinded it for like a week straight. I was like staying up all night. It's one of those games that's definitely addictive, but you have to commit the time to it. You can't just casually play it here and there. What about you, Duck? What's your favorite game? I'm guessing Minecraft. Look at this loon. That's a funny word. Like a lunatic. That is a funny word. I'm gonna start using loon more often. Um, yep, definitely a loon though. I'll take that as a compliment. 86. Right now I'm at 86, and I'm just doing one at a time just for the easiness of the low training days. As I increase my training, I'll start doing three at a time. Right now we're easing into it. So that's 88. Yeah, Minecraft's definitely one of those that has a lot of replay value. Um, Games in general get a bad rap, but I think there's a lot of good that can come from them. Team building exercises, reaction time, problem solving skills. There's actually a lot of benefits to video games. Because I'm trying to do 200 and I'm only at 89. So if I gas myself out too early, I will. It'll take so much more effort. If I just do one at a time, you'll notice on my dismount. I'll show you. So technical muscle up. As long as it starts from a dead hang like this, dead hang. The end of it's right here. So after this, I'm conserving energy by just dropping down. If I was to catch myself and do another rep, that catching myself adds up over time to where I use a lot of energy just catching myself to go back to a dead hang. If I can just drop and land straight on my feet, I'm conserving so much more energy. So that's why I'm just doing one at a time right now. Nice. Front lever is sick. The first muscle up. Hell yeah. Good stuff. Aditi. Not sure if I'm saying your name right, but good stuff. That's really good to hear. I love when people unlock something new. It's such an exciting feeling. And once you unlock something, it's just a matter of spamming it over and over again, like I'm doing. I'm just spamming one rep over and over. And you can increase your ability so much. So now that you can do a front lever and hold it for 2 seconds, you can just do that a few times and you'll be able to get to 3, 4, 5 seconds. Once you unlock something, it's pretty much game over from there. You'll be able to increase it to however far you want to take it. Yeah, you see how hard I'm hitting? I'm pretty much wasting no energy on the dismount. That's the only reason I'm doing one at a time. Yeah, what do you play on, Blue Duck? What system or console are you on? PC? That one was a little weird. My left hand got kind of caught on the transition. We're at 92. Yeah, of course on PC. PC Master Race. Nice. Nice. Calisthenics and gaming. There was a guy, what was his name? I can't think of his name right this second, but he was a professional Call of Duty player. And for a minute there, he had the pull up world record. Can't think of his name. But essentially, you could combine gaming with working out. I used to do this all the time in between games or whenever I get a break, just hitting a quick set of push ups, hit a quick set of pull ups. And you're literally getting like a superb workout by the time you're done gaming. So that's the great thing about calisthenics is you can literally just take 30 seconds to do a insanely challenging set. 93. Later, Adity. Keep up the good work. I wanna hear from you again how many muscle ups and how long you can hold the front lever next time. Because I know from here you're just gonna get better and better. So have a great day and don't lose those skills. Sharpen them. I'm feeling really good that my shoulder isn't so sore today. Like the last few times I've done this, my shoulders get kind of like really tense and inflamed. Today they're feeling very loose, so that's given me good confidence that I am gaining a lot of strength and I'm not going to get injured from doing this. 95, 14, nice. That's a great age to like really lock into working out and developing your body for like your whole adulthood. I guess I started working out around 14 as well, like really hard, 13, 14, because I used to be a little twig and I didn't like it. So I took weightlifting in high school and would also hit the gym after school a lot of times. And it's so crazy how much you improve when you're that young. You can really push your body to the limits when you're that young. So yeah, keep it up. Don't when I went to college, I started slacking off a lot. And if I didn't ever take that time to slack off, like I can only imagine where I'd be today. But it's never too late to lock back in. So yeah, just try to keep at it, Duck. Don't ever fall off. Even if you slow down a little bit, just make sure you keep your fitness like at a steady level. 'Cause I'm 28 now. That's like twice your age, and uh, I really do regret any of the time that I spent not improving because it's exponential. The more you improve when you're young, the easier that life is going to be when you're older. Look at that blister. Thing is definitely starting to take on an odd shape. Oh, nice. I've never got into coding. That's really complex to me. It's one of those things where I have no clue how it works at all. But it's good in the technological age that we live in to be able to understand that kind of stuff. And at 14, that's crazy to know coding already. 97, 11 years old. Wow, that's crazy. 11 years old you've been coding since. Yeah, this newer generation, it's like either you guys are going to be super geniuses or completely clueless because the way technology has gotten, it's such a crutch that if you don't like learn stuff for yourself, if you rely too much on Google and AI, you will not learn how to problem solve on your own. But if you're like you and you are learning how to code and stuff like that, then you're learning even more than a normal 11-year-old, a normal 14-year-old would ever learn. And that's just going to make you even smarter. Even if you never use those skills, it's good to develop them so that your brain just learns how to problem solve. Where are you from, Blue Duck? Are you in the US? What's up, Vibe? I don't know how to say your name. Kenpur. Ah, India. Nice. It's nighttime there. Is it like the middle of the night or is it just now getting dark? It's afternoon here. It's 12:42 here in North Carolina, United States, and it is freaking hot. How's it in India right now? Is it hot there? Summertime? Mm. 98. 10 o'clock. Yeah, summer. Yeah, I like the summer, but I also like the winter. It's nice to be able to train in the cold. Yeah, right now I'm just spamming one rep over and over and over again. That way, when I dismount, I can just let go of the bar. Basically, I don't waste any energy on the dismount. Yeah, there's a lot of good calisthenics athletes in India. I've seen them on Instagram and stuff. One of the best in the world, I think, is India. Let me think if I can remember his name. Can't remember his name right now, but he can literally do like 100 reps of pull-ups in a row, like nonstop. The dude is a machine. Probably one of the best athletes in the world, honestly. To be able to do 100 straight is crazy. Gosh, I wish I could think of his name so I could shout him out. All right, we are at 100. That's halfway there. I appreciate it. Vibe. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, we are halfway there, guys. One hundo. I'm feeling just now warmed up. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going until I get this record. Honestly, it's not even an option at this point. I am destined to have this. I appreciate the hype. I love the energy. I love that shit. I love feeling like, yeah. Almost got stuck on that one. See, training for something like this, it's crazy how easily you can just regain your strength if you just give yourself a second. My main concern is these calluses right here. They are not feeling too great.